Well, before we moved here, we were pretty active and really enjoyed walking outside and enjoyed the benefits of just good health. And when we moved in, we really were able to do almost all of those things as free people, whatever we wanted. One of the things that I got involved in when we first moved in here is actually being part of the music, which I did the choir and practiced once a week and performed once a week in our wonderful Vesper service. And then the other thing I like to do is, the thing about John Knox that's really special is people volunteer for so many things here that it really makes you happy because you're not just concentrating on yourself. There's many people here that need assistance, people that enjoy music, which I like to provide for people in the memory unit. And that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to getting back to as soon as this clears up.
Yeah, I'm been known to be pretty gregarious. And where I came from, I was a part-time chaplain at a hospital, so interacting with people was very important to me, and John Knox Village was just the perfect setting to do that. And as my wife mentioned, that the volunteerism, such an important ingredient in this community, in many, many ways. And one of the things, of course, that isolation has prohibited for us is getting to assisted living and Majestic Oaks, which is our skilled nursing facility here, where we would visit with patients. My dog Jake just loved to go and lick people. And so that part of it, of course, has sort of been suspended, but we're looking forward to getting back at it prudently because, again, it's the wisdom of those that administer this place that has kept it so secure and free of the virus.
Since the COVID, well, you know, I was a musician before I was here, 50 years in show business, and I never knew that I was going to be able to continue my music here, and I can't believe what's happened. In fact, I had sold all my equipment and everything before I came here thinking I wouldn't be playing any music here. Well, that didn't happen. I was here, and the following week I was already having a show in the lounge. You know, one thing that happened to me is that Ken Benke, who is head of our operations here, called me one day. This was back in April. And he asked me if I would like to do a TV show, to perform on our TV station. Well, I didn't have to think about it because I knew that would be the thing for me to give music to our residents that can't get out to the lounge, and we don't have that anymore. Not for now, I mean. And so that gave me an outlet to still use my music, because what a joy it is to give music to our residents. Now, what I miss, I guess I miss most of all the chorus that I started back in. It was a year ago, this last June, the Sunshine Singers, which we have about 80 or more now. And we sang every Saturday. And the residents who were part of the chorus, they'd come and they looked forward to that. Even if they didn't sing, some mouthed the words, some hummed. It didn't matter. It was the fact that they were all together and we were singing those great old songs for 45 minutes to an hour every Saturday. The Sunshine Singers. I guess I miss that most of all, and I know they do too, because I keep getting emails and some cards, like when I had my birthday cards that they were saying there, "Oh, Phyllis, we miss the Sunshine Singers," and I know they do, because that was a great outlet for them, and music's good for your soul, folks. It's a healer. It cheers you up. And I look forward to coming back to that. Would you like to hear me sing and perform? I'll tell you how you can do that. These performances, you can see them all. And while you're watching this, you're going to hear me talk a lot about living here. Because I talk to the residents, and you can sit back there and be listening to my show and feel like you're already living here. So just go to YouTube. Just go to YouTube and put in Phyllis Dale. And also, if you go to the John Knox of Central Florida, they have a website. You go on there and you can really see a lot about our community. And also, every week, my show's put on there. So you could just click on there. Yeah. This is a great place to live.
Well, we've enjoyed being very busy in whatever community that we were participating in. And so coming to John Knox, it was very exciting to see all the activities that were available, all the programs that were offered to us, the fine dining, the whole thing was a real treat. Some of that, of course, has changed with the epidemic. And I miss the community service I was doing in Orange City Elementary School, because obviously they're not in session right now. But it was a wonderful experience. I had taught for years in the elementary level, and it was really exciting to go back again, and they need help. So once this is over and we can return to that, that would be great. But I've also been doing helping in the gift shop. But of course that closed. So the gift shop is not open, but when it does reopen, I plan to be back there. It's fun. You meet a lot of people. I work with a gal that is really fun and new to the community, and it's been a very, very good experience. And I participate in the knitting group, which knits lap robes for the Majestic Oaks unit that is here. So I can still continue knitting. That hasn't changed, but it has changed because the group is not together now.
This year's been a very unusual year. As president of the Residents' Council, we got whopped in March. We normally meet once a month. Our committees meet once a month. We have breakfast for the new residents every other month. And so we're quite busy. Now we get hit with a pandemic. What do we do? So we're being creative. It's brought out a lot of the creative juices, and we are doing now the resident council meeting by Zoom. And that really works. So I'm still as busy. I'm doing it differently. In fact, the normal breakfast we had for new residents coming in, we can't do that now. The room isn't available. The dining isn't suitable for that. So what we're thinking about doing very soon, and maybe for the rest of the year, is to have a wine and cheese for the new residents coming in, where we can talk about this place, get them an orientation, and tell them how to cope in this environment. So it's been different, but I haven't seen it slow down much. Well, one of my favorite things to do is photography. And I've been lucky enough to be asked to be resident photographer and do a lot of the pictures for Village Life. So if you get a copy of Village Life, take a peek inside the cover. You'll see my name, and you may see some of my photographs, often appearing on the back cover of the magazine.
I think there's several things that I like about John Knox here that I really didn't have where I lived before. And I think that's the camaraderie of a very nice group of people. It doesn't take you long to get involved with things. As a matter of fact, it's just a little bit of advice I might give you is don't volunteer for everything at once. Take your time, because there's so many great things you can do here. Clubs, gatherings, people. I myself am a model shipbuilder, And that was left over from my days when I was just a youngster. And I restarted it when I retired. And now I'm Mr. Shipbuilder around here. But anyway, you've got golf courses, you've got anything you can name, including bicycling, walking, bird watching. We even have a pool here that makes life nice too.
I'm sort of a nerd. I like doing things on the computer, and I volunteered to be a resource, particularly for Apple products, but I also get involved with PCs. And so I get calls fairly frequently of, I've got this sort of problem. I never anticipated the types of problems I would encounter, but they've been very challenging, and I love doing it. In fact, I was helping one lady whose husband had passed away, and she had no idea what his passwords or anything else were. And so we worked for over a half day, and she was very apologetic about taking my time. And I said, I would rather do this than almost anything else I can think of. So it's not an imposition. I love doing it. I also walk a lot. I have to keep track of the construction that's going on now. I do my usual daily sidewalk superintending, and I've been involved with the Village Friends. I was a secretary for 2 years, and now on the Residents Council. And I've tried, since I'm the chair of the Finance Committee, to cover some topics during the quarterly meetings that people might not be familiar with. And I had a friend say to me after one of the meetings, well, that was sort of interesting, that jibber jabber you did. But the lady that said it, I take that as high compliment. So